we're in the middle of a turning point. It just seems slow going at the time, but there are more and more people speaking out every day. To your point, though, about famous people, here's what's interesting. There are a few famous people who don't give a shit anymore and they will speak against it. And
Mhm.
some of those are Ricky Gervais, some comedians like Ricky Gervais, John Cleese, Russell Brand. They're not afraid to criticize it now.
Mhm.
And that's great. But there are others who stay quiet, and it makes sense to me that they do, because we look at them and we say, oh, they have all this power, influence, money, fame. Why are they afraid? But that's exactly why they're afraid, because they have so much in their mind, they have so much to lose. They have such a high attachment on those things.
Mhm.
And you really have to get to a place of, like in my case, it took me 6 months to get over my fear and to speak. And I think a lot of that was because I was so afraid of the things that I was going to lose. And those things are real. Like when I always talk to people who agree with us, for example, who can see how dangerous this is but are afraid to speak, they'll tell me, I'm afraid of losing my family's safety. I'm afraid of losing my job. I'm afraid of losing my friends, my social circle. All these things that are very real. But you have to get to a place, I think, where, and or at least this is what happened to me. I got to a place where I was more afraid of the consequences to my soul and to society if I didn't speak.
Yeah.
More afraid. And also, I came to a realization, it took a very long time, that none of the things that I lose if I speak, and that I did lose, are worth anything. Not really. Like, that's my opinion. I came to this understanding that, I mean, all that matters to me right now is saying is truth, is God. Like I do believe in God now. That's, I didn't back then. And I think, there's this reference from the Bible where Paul, Paul used to persecute before he became a Christian in the Bible. He used to persecute and kill and murder Christians. And he had also built up this sort of prestige or something in the world beforehand, before he converted. And there's a verse in the Bible where he talks about letting go of all that stuff and how none of that stuff was worth anything. It wasn't worth it. It was all, he called it dung, I think, like poop. It's nothing, trash. And that's kind of what happened with me. It's like I gave up what? I gave up my career was one that people might look at and consider, oh, prestigious. Like, you produce television shows. I produced a show with Chris Rock, for example. Oh, the world looks at that and is like, that's prestigious. Well, it's not actually worth anything if I can't speak what I believe to be true. Or, the money I was making. It's funny when some people who don't like what I'm saying call me a grifter now, because I I don't I was making good money preaching woke
Yeah.
through my career, representing comedians and producing television shows that had a woke message, and very good money. I gave all that up and I work gig jobs now.
Mhm.
Like I dog sit and I have a couple of other jobs I'm not going to mention, because even though they're gig jobs, I don't want to lose them if people hate me. Um, but that's, I don't care. I would rather make peanuts now, which I do, and be able to say what I believe to be true. It's there, you can't put a value on it. Like I can have this conversation with you and I don't have to fear all that stuff that keeps those celebrities quiet. It's
Mhm.
their fear of what they're going to lose. I don't have to fear that.
Yeah, yeah.
There's nothing they can take away from me